My name is Brendan Yu. I am the owner of this Ignition Red 2022 WX.
Follow in my footsteps, I say hello, 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 hello. You can't do what I do, that's just something you don't. I make this look easy from the way that I told. On dimension, I be turning suckers to ghosts. I be like Rock the Great One, I lay a smack down when I'm on the station. I never back down, I'm an inspiration. Illuminate a little with imagination. Now who the hell telling me to leave the basement? It's over, face it, it's been too long, there's a new replacement. Y'all motherfuckers need to learn some patience. 9 to 5s ain't allowed, that's a slave. Money come quick, even quicker when it gal.
It's a premium trim with the manual. I am 23 years old. I was born here in Boston, grew up here and everything. Tell us about your cars, question number 2. So, like I said, this is a 2022 WX Premium in red. It's got the 6-speed manual. Some of the stuff, I guess I'll just go right down the list of what I've done, is I started off with a Remark axle back muffler deletes, torque solutions, differential bushings, parent pitch stop, and I'm hoping that I don't forget some of the parts that I've done to the car. But quickly after saying screw it to the warranty, I decided to tune it. So I did pick up a Cobb access port as well as an ETS intake. So I had that whole little setup for quite some time. Airflow Dynamics Kogeki style duct build, a Flow Designs rear diffuser. I went ahead and I did get Kanze Astros in gloss white. I was going for, well, still am going for that red and white theme. I am no longer running that wheel setup. I am currently on work wheels, bronze color, and I am on two 65/35s, 18s, and the wheel setup is 18 by 9.5 plus 35, I believe. I hope I got that right. But as you can see, or I'm hoping you can see in the engine bay, we got a lot of Perrin Hyper Pink parts. Now, I honestly started this off as a joke, just because Hyper Pink does clash with the red. But first year at Wicked Big, which I did take the best 2022 WX trophy, I realized or noticed that I got a lot of attention from all sorts of people that were walking past my car. Kind of all the attention was nowhere else in the car except under the hood into the engine bay, which honestly I don't mind. It's a really nice feeling to know that your car is appreciated even though you own one of the quote-unquote probably ugliest WXs out there, which I do understand. But I guess since we're here, I might as well just start kind of going out of order all over the place. But we have the IAG air oil separator, which is also in a special edition Hyper Pink Perrin front strut bar. I am planning on getting a rear one, but let's not talk about what I plan to do just yet. All the dress up, well, most of the dress up parts. I am missing a few, kind of like the oil filter cover, but I did reach out to Perrin. I do have a partial sponsorship with them, so shout out to you guys for helping me out. You guys custom powder coated a front mount kit with the black core in a Hyper Pink just to match with everything. And of course, next month on the 25th of March, I will be sending this to see a dyno for the first time. I am going to be tuning it with STI Mikey. Of course, we got a lot of wiring stuff, so you guys might be wondering what that is. First off, one of the first modifications that light up is going to be the Velocitech snorkel kit. This is the one that lights up. I have it in the white color. Again, going with that red and white theme. Basically what this does, if you don't know, is it directs a bunch of pressurized air directly into the intake. Another thing you might notice is I do have, or I I don't have the ETS intake box on it temporarily. I do need to modify that just to fit this piping right here, and that way I can also put on the factory plastic snorkel. So both of these do light up. I tend to pick one or the other. This is the Icy Aero Glow Brace. Big shout out to Icy Aero. You guys are killing it with this new product. A lot of owners or Subaru owners are getting this. So if you guys are interested in picking a brace for your car that lights up, kind of like an awesome night piece especially, definitely pick this up. And I gotta say, their customer service is top notch. I did kind of mess up the installation at first, but they worked with me. They responded really quickly and all that. But that does light up as well. The Velocitech snorkel kit, it does light up really bright. So that is another kind of car meet or car show kind of piece that you might want to look into. And up front, we have a mesh grill from Import Image Racing. It's just gloss black, nothing too fancy like carbon fiber or anything. We also have a airflow lip as well as a splitter underneath it. I don't necessarily know which ones, they just have so many, which is a great thing about airflow, is having a variety for a what was not so popular platform to build on. So definitely a big shout out to AFD, you guys are amazing. But like I said, I don't have fins on this splitter. This is kind of the splitter that kind of just stays flat throughout. And I did pick the lip that kind of indents upwards or inwards, whatever. So there is kind of like a layering going on, which I do kind of appreciate in a vehicle where there's some sort of variety or layering and kind of aesthetic modifications. And then I do have paint matched fenders, obviously to ignition red. I also have Airflow Dynamics side skirts or side skirt extensions, that's what they're called. So they're not the typical kind of flat piece. They more like stick out and downwards. It's a plastic gloss black. Rex Speed taillights. Those are really awesome. They have amazing sequentials for turn signals. Also went with the clear lens and the white bar. Again, going with that red and white theme. You guys are going to notice it throughout the car a lot. Billet Works, that's another company that I have trusted even in my past build, not really build. I really like their shift knobs. They do quality powder coating processes and just really nice heavyweight shift knobs. I currently have a gloss white one with the WRX logo on it. I also have their short shifter kit, shifter plate, bushing, the actual short shifter, and that has been really nice. Everything's really notchy, direct, really short. If you're into super kind of low and short shifts, the Billet Works is the one to go. Currently I am sitting in a NRG Prisma bucket seat in kind of a suede material in red. Those will be going away. I will be picking up some Brom seats for the car, both seats, so driver and passenger. Did get a sponsorship, so shout out to Brom for supporting me and kind of my vision in this build. I don't know if you can see, but we got two light up stickers from Dasai. Not really like a performance modification. I hope the mic is still getting my voice, but those stickers by the right windshield corner, those do light up. I also have a Mochi, which is kind of like a passenger buddy or a passenger accessory. Cameraman has one as well. He has a cooler one, it lights up. But basically, it just has animations, it has a cute little face. But definitely look them up, DASAI. They are based out of Australia, I believe. They make really cool accessories for your car, and especially if you're into the whole anime scene, you'll definitely like what they're doing. radar detector, nothing too crazy from Uniden. And then, of course, we got the roof box. A lot of people ask me what roof box I have or what's in it. Answering that first question, it is a Inno Wedge 660. They make them in two colors, gloss white and a gloss black. What do I put in it? Absolutely nothing. I do not put anything in there. Wicked Big Meat 2024, I will be showing up with hopefully snacks, beverages, maybe a chair, extra clothing in there, but I do actually want to start making use of that roof box. Of course, that roof box is sitting on top of OEM WX or Subaru roof racks. And then to the back, which you cannot see, but hopefully we'll throw some clips in there for the rear. We have a new Tomei single exit exhaust paired with a ETS catted J-pipe. Basically what I had before is a Remark muffler delete and a non-resonated mid-pipe also from Remark. That, in my opinion, was a lot of fun. You could hear literally everything, but it did get to a point where I did kind of get tired of it. I tend to carry a lot of my passengers, a lot of my friends, family, so on the highways, drone was kind of unbearable. It was getting tiring. Another unbearing point in the car that I should bring up next is suspension. So very early stages of this build, I picked up ISC coilovers. They were really cheap on Black Friday. I picked those up as well as my whole wheel setup. It was kind of just another Christmas for me. At this point, I have never really modified a car to this point. I've never done it before. So that I will be bringing up in a later question, which I believe I saw. But I'm currently on Fortunato's 500s on these Swift springs, so 8K in the front, 8K in the rear, and I gotta say these are probably the last and final coilover setup I will ever be running. They're just really comfortable, but at the same time they have that performance available. Right now I am pretty close to the stiffest setting, and yet I go over these Boston potholes, divots, cracks, you name it, and it's just really comfortable, perfect for daily driving. White line lower control arms, white line end links both front and rear, and of course can't forget about the stickers. I'm all about stickers, especially with my last car, which another thing you should know about me is I did own a 2021 Corolla hatchback, the standard model, the E210, which I did participate in a very successful group, East Coast Corolla Club. I will never forget about you guys. I learned so much, and hopefully Anthony, I'll probably send the link to you to watch this video, but you are amazing. And we're twins with our red and white builds. Going back to the stickers, I have a lot of stickers. You can see Icy Arrow, I just love that company. I have some K-pop related stickers on the roof box. Those actually do relate to the livery wrap that I'm getting on this next month in March, working with Procyon based out of Natick. Shout out to you as well. Couldn't have done it without you. This car is definitely gonna lift off to a whole nother level with that race car livery. Not gonna tell you what it is, but it is a beverage related race car wrap. And obviously just some basic Etsy stickers. I have my Instagram tag, which I will have in the video at the end. And yeah, hopefully I'm not like missing anything. I don't think I am. I'm not missing anything, right? I don't think so. What do you do for a living? So, I started off working at a summer camp in Brookline, which is where I went to high school. If any of you Brookline school kids are watching this, awesome to be a part of the community, especially Brookline High School. But yeah, I worked at a summer camp for, I'd say, 4 consistent summers. Made it to a head counselor. That was a lot of fun. I think I worked with the age group 4 to 6. That was my favorite friend group. It's just really fun to be able to go on free field trips and have a blast with them. But after that, I worked at a poke bowl restaurant, also in Brookline. Then I moved over to, I believe, Target for a little bit. What else? More summer camps, a lot of summer camp experience. And then a boba shop for a good amount of time, the Shared Tea, also in Brookline. And then at this point in time, I was in college. I was in my third year, and this was kind of when COVID was kind of still existing, but was kind of dying out, where kids were transitioning back to school, kind of half and half, online school and in-person classes with masks on and everything. I was, like many other students, really, really struggling. And another thing you need to know about me is I have never been good at school. I got really bad grades. I never fulfilled the stereotypes that people think of me or my parents. So, in a way, I did let down my parents, but I landed a really, really lucky job opportunity that I will probably never forget about in my entire lifetime. And I was starting off as a valet at Cityside Subaru. And I made my way up to just making appointments, and I have not only made countless friends, which are my coworkers now, memories, being able to work on the car in the shop, learning things from actual technicians, or just breaking things in the shop and having to leave the car in the shop overnight or a few nights. All that just means so much to me as a car enthusiast, and I'm sure a lot of you guys that are watching this will understand what I'm saying. What got you into the car and what made you buy it? That's a really funny question, actually. I never wanted this car to begin with. I never wanted this thing. I was ready to get rid of the Corolla for a new gen or second gen BRZ, also in red. Literally same kind of idea, thought process that I wanted to put it into. I had parts lists, I had everything ready to pay and everything. But I show up, and at this point, the BRZ in '86 just came out. Those you kind of had to special order. They were not available on the lot as widely as the WX was. So I purchased this at Planet Subaru, and the salesperson was like, "Do you want to test drive the new WX?" And I looked at it, and I was definitely a 50-50 on it. I actually did not mind the side fenders as much as other people did. It was more of the rear bumper. I actually still dislike the rear bumper the most out of the entire car. It was never the fenders. But I test drove it, and for a second I thought of a bunch of the cars that I wanted in kind of previously, which was the VA STI. Obviously, I am comparing two completely different cars, but this was kind of a car that was similar in a way. 6-speed manual, had modern technologies, a really big screen, which I will definitely go over later. But I decided to settle for this. I decided to give it a chance. And I feel like that's one thing that people should look into when in this whole car community, in the car world, is giving a kind of odd car a chance, and that is exactly what I did with this. And obviously I don't think I turned this into the best looking WX to ever exist, but this is definitely a vision that is kind of skewed off of what I originally thought of what I could do to this. What made you buy it? Turbo. I really like turbocharged cars, and in this price point, that 30 to 35 range, there's really not that many options. There is the Civic Si, which I did not like. I hated the looks of it. And of course, there's the GTI. We all know about how the GTI went with the missing buttons, haptic feedback, and all that. Love the car, how it looks, and how it drives. For a daily, I don't think I can get over all the kind of confusing controls. But I did always want a Subaru WX, so that is something I can check off my car list. For anyone who has a dream and is passionate to get into a car like yours, what would you recommend them to do, or how would you recommend them to go about it? That is another really important thing getting into the car, is following your own footsteps, making sure you're doing the right thing so nothing blows up on you, especially a WX or a Subaru. But in my opinion, I did a lot of this by taking in information from my friends, strangers that I've met that are into the car community, even my family or friends that aren't into the car. My great group of high school friends, I mean, sometimes I'll go to them for recommendations, color combinations, kind of sticker choices, kind of just showing them a picture and like, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? What do you think I should change in the car? Is it comfortable? Is it not comfortable? That is actually a very big reason why I changed exhaust systems and suspension setups, was to have a more daily, comfortable car. And that didn't really get over my head until my friends told me all about this. But yeah, I feel like a combination of staying in your own lane, doing what you truly want to do to the car, but taking in the correct information and kind of positive feedback, I say. Even negative feedback, take that in and just have it glide over your head like nothing happened. But how is your experience? This car I've had a lot of fun with. Definitely I've had some downsides though. I have broken a few things, or possibly could have blown up the car from minor mistakes. But again, it's all about the learning curve. Just before you put something on, make sure you're reading the instructions correctly, having the right tools, and having that correct background knowledge to kind of aid you through the installation process. In terms of power, I am not the type of person to kind of chase power, so I will not be building this for like the drag strip, kind of measuring time and dropping times on the track. This is, like I said, my daily driver that I kind of want to have a blast with, have it look good, and have it be somewhat reliable, have it last for as long as possible. But this is what I could have ever dreamed of. I mean, I love it. Intake sounds, I got it. We have a beautiful titanium Tome. Never thought I'd put that on the car, to be honest. And just the amount of positivity that I'm getting from a lot of you guys of my car just makes me so happy and proud of what I've done. And of course, just going to car meets, going to car events, constantly meeting new people every single time I go. That just means a lot to me. It's a huge part of what the car community should be. And last but not least, what is your social media? I go by Luna WX. Luna as in Loona. That is a K-pop group, and I decided to carry that on to the WX build. I was also known as Luna Hatch when I had the E210 Corolla hatchback. But yeah, even my vanity plates have Luna on it. I really like that K-pop group. Sadly, they have split up, but that's not really important in this video. But I guess some other stuff that I did leave out is the infotainment system. That is one of the things that I am not too happy with, and I'm sure some of you guys are watching that own this car will understand where I'm coming from. Basically what happens is you'll connect your phone to Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. It'll just constantly disconnect and reconnect, and sometimes that can be irritating. I go through, I'd say 2 to 3 weeks max almost of just having maps on my phone mounted to the side. Speaking of car mounts, I have a really cool car mount that actually mounts to the chassis, not really chassis, but the plastic moldings. It sits behind the right passenger panel, and it uses MagSafe. And it doesn't have to use MagSafe, it can use whatever attachment fits your phone, but the fact that it's kind of hidden. It's tucked beneath something or underneath something, and it is super minimal. And it's also not like directly in your face. It's actually farther away, so it's in a way less distracting. I'll probably have a link for that phone mount down below. I kind of forgot what it's called, and I'm sorry. But yeah, that is Luna WX. That is my build. Let me know if you guys have any questions, if you think I left anything out, or kind of what you wish I went over about the build. But I am hoping to add more videos to my YouTube channel, which is also Luna WX. As of right now, I only have my old exhaust set up, kind of a clip on there. So I guess if you want to have videos of any of these modifications individually, let me know. DM me on Instagram, and I will try my best to answer.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.